Quick message from Dex. If you harass anybody in this video, the consequences are strictly on you. Make sure to read this before watching.
Hello, this is Adam22 coming here straight from No Jumper, the coolest podcast in the world. And
he ain't making the money you are. You sitting there interviewing these black kids that and killing each other and y'all monetizing it. That's not cool. I don't give what they talking about in they songs.
I'm a perv buster. I catch online. So we talking about the whole lust situation and everything, but I'll be a hypocrite if I don't address the situation that happened with you.
Y'all are turning a profit off of this black trauma of them killing each other. Yeah, they the ones doing the killing because they young and they dumb and they don't know no better.
I said Adam does hip hop, so I didn't know you were just the slave owner and not the.
Fucking girls my age, right? Adam was fucking girls that was the same age as me when I was 16. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? You are a straight pedo.
When it comes to hip-hop podcasts out there, there are a few that are bigger than No Jumper, hosted by Adam22. The podcast is home to many viral videos and moments with both rappers, porn stars, and comedians. He has had a huge impact on the culture of the internet for some time now. But when it comes to the host Adam22, from allegations of being a culture vulture, to racism, to being a crybaby when something doesn't go his way, there's one allegation that is weighed higher than the rest of them, and that is the predator allegations. Today we're going to be talking about the decline of Adam22's No Jumper, and how these allegations have killed the integrity of the No Jumper podcast. I just want to say thank you all for the support, bro. Like, that Tokyo's Revenge video is going crazy, man. You guys are just amazing. I'm really kind of just lost for words. I needed like 5 subs to get 250, and we're at 1,350, so I just want to say thank you all for that one. Check out Digital Dialogues for me if you guys are interested in videos like this. I'm doing it with my boy Notic, and we're putting out videos on occasion, so if you're interested in stuff like that isn't really, you know, what I do here on this channel, go ahead and check it out, man. But that being said, thank y'all for the support. Let's get into it. Adam John Graham Mason, or better known as Adam22, was born on November 24th, 1983, and is currently 39 years old. He was born in Nashua, New Hampshire. Adam would be known for his BMX group On Some Shit that he would create in 2006, the same year he would create the website The Come Up. Adam would then create the No Jumper podcast in 2011. It was originally a Tumblr blog post where he would pay writers to write about music. The name No Jumper comes from the Gucci Mane song Bricks, with the line, "I'm balling like an athlete but got no jumper." The blog had interest in many artists at the time, from Space Ghost Perp and Clamps Casino. He would also review obscure Gucci Mane mixtapes, and he had a tendency to treat the other ground with attention. The No Jumper podcast would be created on YouTube in 2015 and is focused on interviews with rappers and pop culture influencers, with his interview with Memphis rapper Xavier Wolf going viral. The spark of his interest of interviewing well-known rappers was at an all-time high. The No Jumper podcast was one of the most respected hip-hop podcasts out there for some time, but that has all changed after the allegations were made against Adam22 as a child predator. Adam would invite a predator hunter to his show, and things would go left really quickly when the topic about forgiving terrible people came up, and they were talking about forgiving killers and other types of criminals. But he was called out by the predator hunter because of his sexual relations with a 16-year-old, where the live stream would end, where the perv buster would say that he would be a hypocrite if he did not address it. The stream would end, but the official perv busters would have their own video from the situation where they're talking about paperwork, and the co-host would tell him to shut up and not to talk about the situation with Adam. He didn't listen and would bring the situation to light for everyone watching. He would then confront Adam22 to his face, where Adam would kick him out of the session. The allegations is, while Adam was 23 years old, he would have sex with a 16-year-old girl. In a now deleted blog post where he would confess to doing so, Adam admitted to the blog post existing, but says that people are thinking about it in the wrong. The blog would talk about Desiree, a 16-year-old at the time. The allegations against Adam22 is that when he was 23 years old, he would have sex with a 16-year-old girl. In a now deleted blog post, he would confess to doing so. Adam has admitted to this blog actually existing, but says people are thinking about it in the wrong way. The blog would talk about Desiree, a 16-year-old girl, the tale of her own story about her having sex with leaders of bands and following a band around with her own mother and having sex with members of the band along the way. The story would progress to Adam meeting her and talking to her on the phone, where when he was 23 years old and she was 16. She would ask Adam to come to Canada and have sex with her, and would describe all the things that she wanted him to do to her. He didn't go into detail about everything said, but he ended up saying that he did that and much more to her. In the blog post, he would bring up the age gap of 16 to 23 and said, just look at her. He would also have the infamous line, if statutory rape is wrong, then I don't want to be right. And he brought up the age of consent in Canada being 16, but says traveling from the United States to Canada to have sex with a minor is still probably illegal, and said fucking argument, she was stupid hot and he wanted in. He would later say that she was 19 years old when this happened, and as one user put it, Adam himself said that she was 16 and even mentioned the statutory rape charge. He would later be called out by a user named Helen over the whole situation, where she claims that she had spoken to the victim Desiree about the whole situation and had her statement where she claims that he had sex with her when she was 16 but had raped her when she was 19, and after this he then doxed her nudes, some of them being when she was a minor, and then used his platforms to keep her quiet. He would use his power in the industry to keep her quiet, and claims that this is why she now has issues with addiction and PTSD over the whole situation. There's also the situation with everyone's favorite rapper Lil Pump. He would call out Adam22 over the actions that Adam took during the tour they had together, when Pump was 16, claiming that they were both fucking the same girls that are his age. He then called Adam a predator in the clip. The respect of Adam22 has always been questioned. Adam has been called out by many people for exploiting underground rappers for his own game, and he has also been called out for the firing of co-hosts such as Lush, where people think that it was wrong and that he was set up by other people. Some people think that Adam used him as an example for others, and when the allegations of Adam being a pred came out, there was a mass quitting of many of No Jumper's staff members, which has led many people to believe that No Jumper was going to die dead in there. There was also the exit of many of No Jumper's co-hosts such as T-Rail, Compton Raptor AD, Smack, and Duno. There is also the situation with Adam interviewing neo-Nazi Richard Spencer, where he decided to have an interview with Richard, and people are mad by the way that Adam handled him on the show, and had issues with Adam not bringing anyone in that was black into the interview. People also believe that he was handling him with gloves compared to the way that he handled questions with rappers, and had issue with him having a majority black staff and not bringing anybody into the interview that was black. Many people in the staff were disrespected by this, and many people online think that it was a sign that Adam may be racist. Adam22 has also come under fire for a joke that was said on his podcast from somebody named Destiny, where he said he thought Adam was black and then thought he was the slave owner. And this caused a lot of uproar and caused a lot of people to stop supporting Adam22 because he laughed at it. The aftermath of these allegations being made public was the loss of many of No Jumper's co-hosts and the fans that they had brought along with them. And if you check out the videos on his Clips channel, many of them are talking about losing interest in the show because of the co-hosts leaving, and many of them are actually talking about unsubscribing from the channel and stop supporting Adam. Many people believe that he is a racist and one of the biggest leeches when it comes to the hip-hop sphere. They also feel this way about him on the BMX scene, where many people are writing about Adam and how he invaded the scene just to get his name out there, and then he would end up leaving when there was nothing left for him. Adam is also officially back from a 1-month break, at least according to him. But if you look at No Jumper's views, you can see there's kind of a couple issues with him. Like when you take a look, there's a couple of them that haven't even eclipsed 10K. And for a channel with 4.6 million subscribers, this is an issue. Most of No Jumper's views are now coming from the actual live streams with it, which makes sense. But there's a lot more talk and consciousness about what Adam did, and a lot of people have decided to stop supporting him. When it comes to the allegations made against Adam, they are just allegations, since we don't know if Helen is really talking to the victim or just making up stories. And until it actually goes to court, I don't know if we have the authority to really say that he is a predator based on the information that has been given. Adam did admit to the blog post. Personally, I'm inclined after reading to say that Adam is a bad person. He even may be a child predator. But this is all up to you. I've presented at least one side of the story, so that's all on you. I won't say if he's a predator right now because, again, up to you. If it happens to be true, we're at a very strange spot, I believe, because Adam employs so many people. I don't want that many people to lose their jobs, but at the same time, I think Adam doesn't deserve a platform if he has actually done these horrible things. And to the people that say, give him a second chance, you know, people change. You can't forgive something like this because that victim will always be a victim. You can't just take the victim away. So that's really about it for me. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Tell me how you feel about Adam22 in the comments below. With that being said, Dex out. Bye.